Good afternoon from the island of Con Dao. Now this is a small island in Vietnam, southeast from the mainland, which is about 185 kilometers that way. There is one main island off the south coast of Vietnam, and that's Phu Quoc, and that's where most backpackers, tourists, Westerners will go to. This place, hardly anybody knows about it, which is why I'm here. In fact, if you look on TripAdvisor, and this is the only place in the world this has happened to me, you go on TripAdvisor for this island, this is what you get. There is nothing about this place, but there's so much to do. So what I'm going to be doing is jumping on this bike here, which I've hired for the day. It's cost me 120,000 dong, which is cheap. And just give you a rough idea of this area. So obviously it's Chinese New Year with the Year of the Dragon. I don't think they've put that down yet. And then on this side is the beach, and there are some amazing beaches on this island, I have been told. Now it's just after rainy season. It is warm, but there is a lot of cloud in the sky. Yesterday it was blue skies all afternoon, and that's when I arrived with 3 other backpackers from our last place. Now, not many people know about this place because on the map it is so small. There is a few backpackers here already, but the most of the tourism that come here is from Vietnam. So they're all locals, but this town here, and I'm just going to show you the map here, you can see it's a small part of the island. The rest of it is taken up by the national forest. So all that lot down there, national forest. So the history behind this place, it was first colonised by the British, only for a couple of years until the Vietnamese came along and they took it over after that. This was used during the Vietnam War as a prison camp, and further on down that way is the prisons, etc., to do with the Vietnam War, which is now museums, and that is where we're going to be going next, all the way down there, and then going to do a loop around the island as much as I can. I'm just going to try and fit so much in because there is just too much to do. So let's go to the first stop. I'm now outside the National Con Dao Museum, that place over there, and a ticket to cover this place and the prison museums. I think there's 3 of them all together, is 50,000 dong. Now, to cover 4 museums in such a small amount of time today will be impossible, so I might do it another day because I'm here for 4 days. So I just thought I'd give you a rough idea of this area. So you have got the museum. Like I said, it's quite impressive for a small island. But everywhere you look around Con Dao, there's just little monuments, little statues. I think this is part of the history. Now Con Dao has got a really dark history as a prison island from the French colonisation and from the Vietnam War, and it's more famous because this is the main place they used to do the tiger cages. So because of the dark history, I'd rather not do that today because I want to see the beauty and the joy of this island. But yeah, you've got such amazing things just everywhere, even all the way down towards the ferry port. Just an amazing place, which is why I'm staying for so long. And this will probably be the longest place I've stayed in so far in Cambodia and Vietnam. But what I'll do is I'm just going to walk over to this statue here, and the roads are so quiet, and if you've never ridden a scooter before, this is the perfect place to learn. Oh, look at that. Now, I was talking to a couple of British guys last night who'd been here a week, and they only intended to be here for 2 days, and they were telling me that some of the better beaches were on the other side of the island, and in their view it was so busy. They had 15 people on the beach. 15. That's how quiet tourism is on this island. Now, because a lot of the Vietnamese people come across here, you find that between the hours of 11 and 2 o'clock they tend not to go out. It's too hot for them, so you've got the place to yourself. Now, that crossover there is the prison, so it's not too far away from the actual museum, just over there, so it's walking distance. As I said, that was built by the French, and I will go there in the next couple of days and do a proper museum tour. And you've got little signs like this all over the island. The Con Dao. And they take the national park over here very seriously. Pretty flowers. There's another sign there. Right, get through these bushes. Walk into the rules. Okay. So you got this. Now, unfortunately, because not many Westerners come here, there's not a lot online to tell you about the island, which for me makes it perfect to explore. When you look online, there are a few Westerners who have done blogs on this place, but there's not that many. So when you do get statues like that, you haven't got a clue what they are. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this place is the perfect place to learn how to ride a scooter. Now, one of the French girls that came across the island with me, she has never ridden a bike in her life, a scooter. She has never driven a car before, and I gave her half an hour on a scooter, just up and down a very quiet road that had no traffic at all, and after half an hour she was on the bike, and now she's on the other side of the island, being an explorer. So this is really good to learn how to ride a scooter. It's just a beautiful place. My bike is parked just across the road from the museum, and I did explain that I was only going to be about 5 minutes. It's been a bit longer than that now, but I just saw this. Now, this is a statue for Vo Thi Sao, who was a Vietnamese schoolgirl who fought as a guerrilla against the French occupiers of Vietnam. And she was captured, tried, convicted and executed in 1952 on this island, and she is classed as a martyr, a symbol of freedom, the Vietnam people, and she was only 19 years old when she was killed. But as I said, lots of little monuments, little statues. But as I said, this is a little bit of the dark history. I'm trying to keep away from it. I am going to a cemetery next, which is probably not the happy, joyful things that you should be doing, but it's another part of the history of the island. So I'm going to get on the bike. Hopefully nobody's moved. Oh, they have moved it. Oops. I'm now on the side of a road, and behind me is the cemetery. Now I can't get in because it's closed. I have read that this place opens up on the night time, and there is a ceremony that they do for the people who are buried here. Now I've read online that a lot of these graves are for the political prisoners, the freedom fighters of Vietnam who were killed on the island, and it's a shame that I can't get in because there's a martyr statue in there that I wanted to see. As I said, I'm trying to be jolly, I'm trying to show you the good places and the happy places. So that's the end of the dark history. Let's go and find something happy. Just been driving down this road here and I found this place, and it is a reservoir lake. There is various people around it fishing, so if you're a fisherman, perfect. But it's just in a nice, chilled, relaxed, happy area. Now there is construction work going on, and it's not just this place. There's an extension across the road there. Just have a quick walk across. It's divided by a road, and there's hardly any traffic. And there's a walkway that goes all the way around. Oh, that's a big one. There is a bit of work going on down there. And if you just sat over there, like I said, there's not a lot of traffic. Just wait for this guy to walk. There's not, I see there's not a lot of traffic. But yeah, it's just a really nice chilled area. There's my bike. Right, I want to take 5 minutes and just chill here. And then go to the next place. I'm living the dream. I've just driven about 20 miles, just slowly winding round roads, going through the national park. On my left hand side, the mountains, the trees, the views, amazing. And then you look to my right, it is just the ocean. The road is adjacent to the sea, and it is just being magical. I just stopped off at this beach, and it was recommended. Just behind here is the airport, and there may be a chance of seeing an aircraft take off, so there is zone restricted airspace. Now this place is car park. You got to pay 5,000 dong to get in, cheap, and then to get into the beach you got to pay 3,000 dong. So they know this is quite a touristy spot, but I do like the fact they are very eco-friendly. So plastic products don't get rid of on the beach. But I've got my 3,000 dong. Hi, 3,000?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. So as I was driving, looking at the sea, it's just so clear. And when I talk about ecotourism, they are really serious on this island about it. Everything about garbage, even to the locals saying do not sell street goods. Really impressed. And this might be a very busy beach. It might have more than 3 people on it. Don't drop my keys. So there's a little restaurant over there which I'll be going to in a minute to get something to drink. Steps. Oh my god, it's so busy. There's a lot of people down there, at least 10, but nobody down there. And there is a plane about to land. Very exciting. So there's only 3 airlines that fly into the islands. The only one I can remember is Bamboo Airlines. So it'll be coming over, it'll be landing, which means obviously no drones, no kites. Look at that. How close is that? Wow! That was impressive. I think that's why everybody's down there, because the runway is just behind it. I want another plane. Obviously because I'm on a beach. I've had to get into the sea. Oh, there's a little doggy. Hello, mate. What are you doing? And this sea is beautiful and warm. Oh, knew I should have brought a towel. Look at him. Are you happy there, mate? Hello. Awesome. Right, I'm going to get myself to the cafe and have something to drink, and hopefully another plane will come, and I'll be right underneath if it does. You good doing it? Hello. Oh. And I think he's going to be following me. This is paradise. While I'm waiting for a plane to come over, a guy with a boat just landed, and in that bag he's got a barracuda, which is massive. You can just see the tail there. And that fills the whole bag. Wowzers. I mean, I was asking if he would take it out, but oh well. So I'm going to walk down back to the beach. There is a plane due, and I'm going to just stand underneath it and take a video of it. So here's a plane just about to come in. You can just probably see it there. It's loud enough. I think I was stood in the wrong place. But it's quite cool. Right, time to go somewhere else. I've been here long enough. I've had a drink and and it's warm, but this place is still beautiful. Not many people, just paradise. The beach I've just come from is down there, and just a short little ride away is this place here. Now, it's some sort of temple with horses. There is a dress code where knees and shoulders have to be covered. And there are ancient relics in here. But horses are very random. So it just says welcome to the cow temple relics. I did try and do some filming into the temple, but I got told off, and I don't want to upset them. Just very random with horses, but very nice. Another quick stop coming from the beach. I'm heading into town right now, and I just realised I spent way too long on the beach, but I've found this place here, and it's in my reflection. It's a solemn place. I've pulled my shorts down a little bit so my knees aren't covered, but it's a peaceful park with lots of stone statues all the way around. Oh, step. And the beach is just over there. Some of these are just amazing. And there's a path that goes round that takes you through to a park. Just quite peaceful. Do like that. Now there's a little plaque, sorry, big plaque that's got some English writing on it, and there's a lot of people doing a bit of praying, so I'm just going to wait for them to move on the way so I can have a read of it. So historic vestige Hankyo Cemetery covers an area of about 97,000 meters squared, which is the burial place of about 10,000 prisoners killed by the French colonists at Con Dao prison from the earliest 20th century until the period of White Terror in 1940-41. Wow. Hello, how are you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Now I know the cemetery itself is further on that way. It's where I was earlier, with the lock gates. That was the guy I was just saying hello to. He's security, I don't know. Wow. And the prison is just over there. Now the other thing that's held me was my scooter ran out of petrol. Watch the steps. Ran out of petrol, and I ended up just outside a cafe, and I was using Google Translate to explain to a young girl, have you got any petrol? She siphoned some from her scooter to fit into mine, and I've got enough to get down to the petrol station. I gave her 20,000 dong, which was probably a bit too much, but she was very happy. She helped me out, so I now need to go back into town to find a petrol station and fill up my scooter tank. Well, what I'll do now is I'm going to have a wander into town once I've filled up and give you a quick, very quick tour before it starts getting too dark. Full tank of petrol, and this is now centre-ish sort of town. So my hostel I'm staying at is just there. There is various restaurants around this area, the majority of them going down that street towards the night market. There is a coffee shop just over there which serves the most amazing chocolate coffee, which I've never had before. And it's just nice and peaceful. Now, if you think this place would be a party island, no it's not. I was out last night with the amount of tourists that are here from Vietnam, all the local people. It's not a party sort of town at all. All the restaurants were full of people. There is no nightclubs, bars as such. There's a couple of cocktail bars. There is a lot of karaoke places, and there's one just next door to our hostel, just there. And I was out last night having a couple of beers, and I just didn't feel a party spirit for this island. This is a place people come to chill, to relax, and it's ideal. So I've quick footed on the bike to the other side of the island to see the sunset, and this is beautiful, and it just makes it even better than two islands there. Oh my god, there's so much down there. But this is spectacular. Now behind me there's a lot of people, and they've all come down for the same reason, which is the sunset. And across the road there's some monkeys. I'll show you the monkeys first. Look at that little mister. Hey mate. And there's loads of them. And these are long-tailed macaws. Hello. And obviously they're all here because of the fact that he'll be dropping food, feeding them. You okay, mate? Now the big rule is never stare a monkey in its eyes. It freaks them out. But I'm here to see the sunset. So it's been a fun day. I've done lots of stuff. I did spend a bit too long at the beach, but it's time for me to go. But if you enjoyed the day, you've just got to press that like button. If you want to see more of Con Dao, press that subscribe button. But until next time, bye bye for now.